Alright fellas, what is up? Welcome back, and I'm back with an Evil Within 2 discussion because I've been playing the absolute crap out of this game the last week. I am addicted to Evil Within. I've completed it once. I'm currently on my second playthrough trying to get all the achievements, so I thought, you know what, let's do a top 5 things that I love about the Evil Within 2. Now I'm doing this video for people who are a long time fan of the series like me, and for people who might be on the fence about picking the Evil Within 2 up, because I gotta say that this is currently my personal game of the year. Probably Evil Within 2 and Resident Evil 7 are my game of the year so far. But let's get straight into number 5. Now I want to talk about the weapons, and whether it be just the pistol you start off with or the shotgun. Just when you shoot the shotgun and you hear that boom, as you guys will see in the gameplay, it just sounds so good. Every gun in this game, like of course you've got your basic weapons like your pistols, your shotguns, but then you've got so many more different weapons that they didn't have in the first Evil Within. Like you've got this cool new machine gun, you've got a sniper rifle, easier ways to craft agony bolts for the agony crossbow, you've got axes, you've got knives, you've got so many different ways to stealthily kill enemies that the weapons in this game are just amazing. They all feel good, and when you land a shot, because of course bullets in this game are as precious as money in real life, so when you hit a shot and you see an enemy stagger or you blow them in half with a shotgun, it just feels so damn good. And I love the weapons in the Evil Within 2, so that is my number 5 spot on my top 5 things that I love. So my number 4 is going to be the exploration. Now the town in this game is called the Town of Union. Now it brings me back to that old school Silent Hill feel, how you've got this creepy town to explore, you've got places to loot, kind of hidden side missions, hidden enemies, hidden characters. There's even this creepy ass ghost chick that's kind of haunting you about your past. There, even if you do the exploration, you actually get flashbacks to the Evil Within 1, because the character you play as, Sebastian Castellanos, is extremely haunted and extremely traumatized with his past, especially with the events of the Evil Within 1. So you actually get flashbacks to that. Now those are some of my favourite parts of the game. Now I won't spoil you guys about that of course, but I strongly recommend doing those little kind of side missions, how you really explore your character, because you do get quite a nice reward. Now I will not spoil that, but if you guys know what that is, don't spoil it in the comment section down below. But if you haven't done this, I strongly recommend doing it. So the Town of Union is just so cool to explore, and as I said earlier, it brings me back to that classic Silent Hill 2 feel of the creepy town, which you can just go and just explore and just look around. There's enemies everywhere. It's very eerie as well. So that is my number 4, fellas, the exploration. Now my number 3 is going to be kind of similar to what I talked about at the start with the weapons, but it's more on a broader scale with the combat and the movement. So if you played the Evil Within 1 and was like, damn, why can I only run for half a second? That has been increased with the Evil Within 2. Like, you can actually sprint in this game now, and they've fixed a lot of other things as well. The way your character walks, the movement, the way you can sprint, the way you hold your gun. Now of course this is still a survival horror game, so it has to be challenging when you're in combat. Like every situation has to feel challenging, whether that be the amount of ammo you have, the amount of enemies that are screaming and sprinting towards you. It still has to be hard, but they have improved it from where it was in the Evil Within 1. And of course as well, the more you upgrade your character, you can purchase abilities like increased movement speed when aiming, or your gun stays more steadier, or you have more sprint, or even when you crouch you move a bit faster, so it's easier to sneak. Now that takes me into sneaking, fellas. They have made sneaking and killing enemies that way a viable way to actually get around the world, to interact with enemies and environments. They've made it a viable way to actually approach situations, which I love, because in the Evil Within 1 the sneaking kind of felt a bit stiff. Like it didn't feel like it really suited the game. Like it was more like I was just hiding from enemies and then sprinting, other than actually trying to kill them. Now it makes killing the enemies in the sneak mode greatly improved from the Evil Within 1. Like you can purchase abilities how For example, if you're crouched behind a corner and an enemy is coming at you, you can actually lunge behind the corner, kill the enemy, and then go back around the corner to stay hidden. And other abilities as well, how like you can actually lock onto an enemy and then sprint towards them and kill them in the sneak animation and still remain hidden. So there are so many different ways, heaps of improvements to the combat and the movement. So that is my number 3, fellas. But now it's going to take me into my number 2, which is my personal favourite thing about the Evil Within 2, and that is the story. The story about Sebastian trying to find his daughter Lily. The story of Mobius is being introduced in this, which actually wasn't in the first Evil Within game. It was only in the DLC when he played as Julie Kidman, like the big Mobius corporation who is working with the STEM, because the STEM is the world that you are in with these crazy creatures and all these demented people. It is called STEM, and the company Mobius is behind it. So the story about Sebastian going into STEM, trying to find his daughter Lily. You've got the Mobius Corporation, Julie Kidman is back as well, the characters in this world, the story and the enemies. Like you have certain boss fights, and there's actually a really big twist. That's a really big revelation in the story of Sebastian and the whole world as a whole. And you guys who have played the Evil Within 2 obviously know this, and you guys who haven't, you have that to look forward to. But this leads me to my number 1 feature that I love about the Evil Within 2, and that is the fact that you can drink coffee to heal yourself in the Evil Within 2. And every safe house in this game, there is a coffee machine that you can use to heal yourself. And you even get an achievement as well, a 25G achievement on the Xbox One for drinking all the coffee at the coffee machines. Because I don't know if I've talked about this before, but me in real life, before 9 AM in the morning, I'm about 10 cups in with coffee. I absolutely love coffee. So I thought that was a really interesting feature that they added into the Evil Within 2. Now it kind of fits Sebastian as a character as well, how he's a bit of an alcoholic, how he's always got a headache, he's always hungover. So it kind of makes sense that he kind of likes to drink coffee. But fellas, of course, thank you for watching. It is always greatly appreciated. That is the top 5 things I love about the Evil Within 2. So of course, stay safe, stay tuned, have a great day and have a great week, and I will see you fellas on the next one.